let's dive into the details of Indian Biological Data Center and how its services will support in your research. We have some rules in this webinar. You can type your questions in the Q&A chat box, and our team will answer all your questions. So coming to Indian Biological Data Center, this is just to notify that our next upcoming webinar is on nucleotide data submission at IBDC on August 1st, 2024. So do join us that webinar also, so that you get to know about how to submit nucleotide data at nucleotide data submission portals at IBDC. Then coming to the agenda in this webinar, we will introduce you to the vision and mandate of IBDC in alignment with Biotech-Pride Guidelines. We will present the overview of different types of data portals available at IBDC. We will also discuss the additional services provided by IBDC, including what all user resources we generate, training, workshop, HPC facilities, data analytics, and much more. Then we also provide you how to find the upcoming events and training opportunities, so that you can join those opportunities. And this is the picture where you can see, this is the overview of all the services that we provide. And by the end of the webinar, you will get to know about the IBDC and understand what all data portals and services of IBDC learn, and how to where to submit data, know how to access data, and then you will also find where to find the training notification and user resources. And we will also discuss the importance of submitting data to IBDC, what all biological data types are there, and what all biological data generated, and why should we adopt the FAIR principles of data management. So coming to the IBDC, Indian Biological Data Center is the first national science repository in India. It is supported by Government of India through the Department of Biotechnology. It enables the implementation of Biotech-Pride Guidelines, and it is a joint project of Regional Center for Biotechnology, National Institute of Immunology, and ICGEB and NIC. It is housed at the Regional Center for Biotechnology, which itself is an academic institution established by the Department of Biotechnology, Government of India, with regional and global partnership synergizing with the program of UNESCO, and as a Category 2 center. So as you can see here, this is the NCR Biotech cluster. You can see all around we are situated in the green belt, where this cluster, again, we have two prominent institutions, THSTI and RCB, in the same campus. And here is the IBDC building. It's a beautiful campus, and this is about the infrastructure. IBDC is, as you know, that it is located at Regional Center of Biotechnology, and but as a national facility, it's important that the data is secure and safe. So we have our data backup site, or the disaster recovery site, at the National Informatics Center, NIC Bhubaneswar, and in real time we sync all the data that is submitted to IBDC. This is the building of IBDC. We are situated in the first and second floor of this building. And this is our first floor, this is our second floor, and on this first floor we have the Brahm HPC facility, Brahm HPC, and its all control panel. And then coming to the Biotech-Pride Guidelines, very recently in 2021, the Department of Biotechnology came up with these guidelines, which are the rules or guidelines for the life science data that is generated in the Indian labs, and to how to submit and how to access data. So as per this guideline, the life science data generated in Indian biodiversity and ethnic population is a national heritage with international implications. So it must be conserved within the nation, and consolidation of this data generated is critical to ensure so that the accessibility of the data is available to all national lab. It ensures maximum knowledge generation, and it is critical for long-term sufficiency in R&D. These guidelines will be implemented through Indian Biological Data Center, where it is the national repository, and all other institutes will submit the biological data to IBDC. And now we are now the team of scientists along with Department of Biotechnology are working on the data access policies, which will be came into the public very in coming months. Then on November 10, 2022, Honorable Minister of Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh, dedicated this facility to the nation, and this news were well covered by different media houses. Then coming to the mission of Indian Biological Data Center, the main objective of this data center is to archive all life science data that is generated in different labs of India, so that we have a central place where any researcher can find data, and then to enable this, a whole lot of archiving, curation, dissipation, training, and efforts were going on, and we also collaborate with international repositories further. So all the data that is there in Indian laboratories, all the biological data pertaining to, be it with agriculture, livestock, microbes, human, any area of biological domain, will be submitted to this national facility and will be available to all Indian nationals, so that it will enable the faster diagnostics, faster agricultural innovation, better livestock yield, personalized therapeutics. Basically, the data will be reused, repurposed to generate new knowledge across the country. Here comes the timeline, the milestones of IBDC. As we are very new, the whole project is conceptualized and the draft was established in 2019. And then in March 2020, DBT gives the green flag to IBDC. And then in May 2021, we have launched the IBDC web portal. And again, we in June 2021, the Indian Nucleotide Data Archive, the first portal of IBDC, is launched. Further, we have supported the project of national relevance, for example, in INSACOG, and make the special track for the genome, COVID genome genomes at IBDC in March 2022. Then we have shifted to the new building, which I have just shown, in June 2022, and we have started the operations from this new infrastructure. Then in November 2022, we have again collaborated with Genome India and developed a special track for Genome India submissions. And in November also, IBDC is again dedicated to the nation. Then in December, we have launched another portal, Indian Crop Phenome Database. And in February, we have launched Indian Structural Data Archive. And in April 2023, we have again collaborated for another project, Sewage Data Portal. We have launched this portal. And then very recently in March 2024, Indian Metabolome Data Archive is launched. So coming to what we do, our main objective is to develop and maintain the biological data archive resources at IBDC. Depending upon the different biological data types, we will develop the portals and associated metadata and SOPs. Then next, as we have the Brahm HPC facility here, we also support researchers with the high performance computational facility if they require for their research work. Then we are also supporting projects of national importance or mission mode projects. Some of them are highlighted here, Genome India and INSACOG. Then we are also doing big data analytics, both for our in-house analysis and also supporting researchers in their analysis through consultation and data analysis. We developed whole lot of collection of data, user resources, manuals, and SOP and tutorials to make it easier for the users to use our services. And lastly, but not confined to, we are creating training. We are organizing different trainings and workshops, both on data submission and data analysis. So coming to what exactly is the biological data and how it is originated. This biological data is again originated in labs and is a result of experimental work, and it is generated, then it is analyzed by the researcher and submitted to one of the portals of INDA. Previously, most of the researchers are submitting data to NCBI, ENA in their popular portals, but now we have our own national repositories, which can so now you can submit your data to one of the portals of IBDC as per your data type. Then we will make sure that the data submitted at these portals is accessible to all research community. So this is basically the data cycle that is to be followed. The research start with a plan, and then we generate a whole lot of data. Then we collect the data and process as per, which requires some quality control measures, and then we analyze the data, and then we have to preserve this data to save it for the sharing as well as repurposing of the data, so to generate new information. Then coming to the biological data diversity, as the biological data that is generated or is very diverse, it starts with gene genomes and variation, going to functional genomics, where we have expression data of genes, and through different types of technologies we generate. Some use microarrays, some use NGS. So then another type of data is protein data. Then we have molecular structure data. Then we have metabolomics data. We have image data of different types. And lastly, all of these ultimately contribute to the phenotypes of living organisms. But these data types is not alone sufficient, because as each data type is unique, we need different data formats, literature support, and ontologies to make the metadata forms to make the different portals for each type of data type, so that data alone cannot have a value, but data along with the valid metadata points, the information about each type of data, how it is generated, what is its origin, what technology is used, how many biological technical replicates, all these informations were be filled by the users, and then we submit data in the different portals. So why this data is important, and when we talk about generation of knowledge through this data, what all principle needs to be followed? So recently the research community came up with a set of principles called the FAIR principles, and here the F stands for findability, A stands for accessibility, I stands for interoperability, and R stands for reusability. Findability means that a resource or and its metadata are easy to find by both humans and computer system, and this can be brought about by data uploaded to a public repository along with the metadata, and both of them have assigned a valid identifier, so that anyone in the world can find that data. The next important characteristic is the accessibility. The resource and metadata that are stored in some repository, and it can be easily accessed and downloaded and locally used by human, ideally also machine, using standard communication protocols. So the resource, which is then we have make the access rules and policies, so that the resource or the data can be accessible and it can be downloaded, and then it should be interoperable. That means the metadata should be ready to be exchanged, interpreted, combined, and semi-automated in a way that other data sets by human as well as computer system, so that we can work on different repositories, make it interoperable, and then lastly, it can be reusable. The data and metadata are sufficient and well described to allow its reuse in future by anyone in the world. And the last and important point comes where why you should share your data, why you should dedicate time to submit your data to national repositories. The first set of benefits is for the researchers, that when you submit your data that you have worked upon and published your publications, then it will not just the data, but it will also improve your visibility as a researcher when you submit data to national repositories and it is available to other research communities. It will increase your citations. Whosoever uses your data will cite your study and the accession of your data. You will get more recognition of your work. It is possible that you attract new collaborations, and this will allow the reproducibility and verifications of your result. The second set of advantage is scientific, that it will again improves the reliability, reproducibility, and traceability of any data. And the last set of benefits is rather we can say these are the duty of ideal citizen, that the research sharing with a wider audience is your duty, because you have generated that data. Now it's better to share with the wider community. Then data can be repurposed and reused to generate more valuable information. It is possible that you have a specific objective for which you have generated the data, but now after the completion of that objective, you may not use that data. But if it is there in some repository, it is possible that some other researcher can download it and reuse that data to discover some new valuable information. So the same data can be reused to answer different questions. Again, it limits the unnecessary generation of the data that is already there, and it will make you more green because all the resources that has used to generate the data was now saved. Then coming to the main highlight of this webinar, the IBDC. So as our main objective is to provide data solutions to the Indian biological data community, we have launched 5 data portals. Our first portal is Indian Nucleotide Data Archive, which is an open access time release data submission portal, and data will be synced with INSDC data repositories, which are ENA, NCBI, and DDBJ. When you submit here, you will get accession from NCBI, ENA, and DDBJ also. Here we have maximum of 2 years of embargo period. And then another data portal we have for nucleotide data is INDA CA, where it is CA stands for the controlled access. And here in this portal, the data will not be shared with any international repository, and data will only be accessible only to the submitter. Here also accession of IBDC will be provided, but the data is confidential and it will not be shared with any international repository. So whenever you feel that now my work is analyzed and I have done with my data, you can request us to move your data from INDA CA to INDA so that it can become open access. Our third portal is Indian Crop Phenome Database, as this one is a little unique, as it is not on the molecular data, but it is on crop phenotype. And considering that India being the agricultural powerhouse, it is important that all the agriculture data that is generated in India regarding the different trials of against different yield related traits, stress related trait, if it can be submitted at a specific place and can be repurposed, would definitely create a good amount of knowledge, new information. So this is also an open access time release platform facilitating the digitization, management, storage, and exchange of crop phenotyping data. Here also IBDC accessions will be provided, and you can again maximum of 2 years is the embargo period here. Then fourth portal is Indian Structural Data Archive, which contain the information about 3D shapes of protein, nucleic acid, and complex assemblies. Here all you can use different tools and software that is given in this portal. It is not the archiving portal, so it will not accept submission, but rather you will find a whole lot of information about the different structural aspects of the different molecules. Then we have another portal which is recently launched is Indian Metabolome Data Archive, which catalogs the metabolomics data and their associated experimental metadata with various parameters of mass spectrometer and NMR. And in future, our upcoming data portals are Indian Proteome Data Bank, which will archive proteome data. Then another portal we will launch soon will Indian Biological Images Archive, which will archive all different types of images. And the last one is a slightly different portal, or it is not a submission portal, but it is rather than a dashboard, which will allows you to use different genomic, structural, and bioengineering tools so that you can yourself analyze data. And it is the multi-omics analysis toolbox of IBDC, which will be released soon. So coming to the nucleotide data portals, as I have already explained that in INDA is open access portal. You can submit here any type of nucleotide data, being genome, DNA, RNA-seq, and ChIP-seq, etc. Then here we share the data to INSDC members, so that if you submit data here, you will get accessions from INSDC also. Here are the top organisms that we have data of these organisms, and we have all the specific workflow for submission. You have to register, log in, register your study, submit your data, sample register, experimental registration, and then after the final submission, you will get an accession. Then you can archive whatever data is submitted in this portal through the browse study. And as you can see here, total we have 90 studies, and total runs submitted is 4,725. So all the open access data you can access, and you can also download the data sets. But if the release date is not yet arrived, then it will be not open. Another portal is this Indian Nucleotide Data Archive Controlled Access, as this is a controlled access portal, and the data is confidential to the and only accessible through the user. And through this portal, we have supported INSACOG Genome India and Indian Human Microbiome Initiative. IBDC has created special tracks for the data submission of from the labs participated in these consortiums. Then this is the INSACOG dashboard that we have developed. And in this INSACOG dashboard, you can see the real-time monitoring of all the COVID variants depending upon the different states and depending on the month and lineage wise, as each color in this graph represent a specific COVID strain. And then we can have the data on next clade variant distribution, what are the top 10 lineages, and what exactly are the COVID variant group classification. So do check out these portals, and you will find very important information on that. These two are the portals that we have created for Genome India and the Microbiome Initiative. These are not open to the community. And then coming to the Crop Phenome portal at IBDC, Indian Crop Phenome Database, we have any plant phenome data can be submitted. We have ontology terms for about 30 crops here, and we associate the ontologies with the submission process regarding the plant tissue trait methods and all. So you can also contribute to this this submission by creating new ontology terms if it is not there. Here again, also we have simple process that you can submit data through simple steps, where you have to register, submit your data through registering project, study, and then download a template, add your data, trial data to it, and then you can submit to ICPD, and then this data can be accessible to the research community, and you can see the data, you can see the metadata as well as download the data. Then the structural data archive, as it is the mainly dedicated to the structural 3D shapes of protein, nucleotide, and complex assemblies. You can see special tracks for SARS-CoV-2 structure data, and you can see the organism-wise classification based on major taxonomy divisions. As of now, we have mirrored PDB, and we have these much of the structure data at ISTA. So do check out this portal also, as you will find a very important structure information with the very cool visualizations and data representation. Then our newly launched portal is for the Metabolome Data Archive, and you can submit into this portal. You can also browse data from here, and this is the study browse, where you can access the metabolome data. And here also we have simple steps: registering to this portal, then login, sample registration, then experiment registration and data submission, and you will get the accessions, and then which can be accessible to the public. Then upcoming portal is dedicated to proteins, where it will be soon launched, so that you can now able to submit the protein data also at IBDC. Another portal is the image portal. Then the multi-omics analysis portal, where you will find your dashboard, wherein you can do structural biology analysis, also genomics analysis, and by yourself. We will provide you the pipelines and tools, and then you can do the analysis yourself. Then coming up to how much data we have a total of 87 organisms covering all kingdoms that is submitted to IBDC. Then coming to the another important facility, that as we have the Brahm high performance computing here at IBDC, which has a storage capacity of 5.5 petabytes and a compute capacity of 900 teraflops. We are supporting researchers who don't have the access of HPC in their institutions. They can write to us on support, and then we can provide them with the credentials so that they can credential, they can use this facility remotely from their institution. As of now, around 53 faculty members are using our services from 26 institutions, and they are using our HPC services for different types of analysis. For example, molecular modeling, protein simulations, whole genome analysis, and genome analysis, etc. So now we have developed a new portal for handling all these HPC requests. You can find this portal at IBDC website. I will just show in a short demo. This is the portal. So you from now onwards, you can register your request for this HPC facility through this portal only. Then, as you can see from these graphs, our depositors are throughout India. We are providing trainings in different locations, different institutions in India. Our HPC users are from these locations, and we have registered users from pan-India presence. So we are supporting research and researchers in every areas in the India. And if you are interested, do write to us, and we will definitely support in your research also. So coming to another aspect, that another service of ours is data analysis. As we have our in-house big data analytics team, which we do at regular basis during our analysis, in-house analysis. Also, we are supporting researchers in their bioinformatic analysis. And as of now, we have collaborated with 10 faculty members, and 14 projects has been done in different areas. And also the routine COVID variant analysis that we do for INSACOG portal is a routine activity here at IBDC. So this data analysis, or the bioinformatics team here at IBDC, we provide support for projects and consultancy in the areas of bioinformatic analysis, big data analysis. And we are now coming up with the data analytics training series, which is soon be launched. And stay connected with us so that you will get notified. So we will in this area, we will do analysis. We will provide training on NGS analysis. We also provide tutorials and SOP on different pipelines and NGS facility. And also, whosoever uses our HPC facility, if they have special requirements of tools and software, depending upon their different types of analysis, they can request to us, and then we make the environment so that we will install the tools, and that can be used by every HPC user. And already we have several tools related to the big data analytics, genomics, and structural biology, which our users are already using. Then the another most important aspect of IBDC activities are training and workshops. Because we are new, and these portals are new, the research community is not aware of the data submission and the procedure to be followed. So we provide trainings, and for the data submission, we provide it one-on-one, group to group, or at institute level, at organization level also. So if you are interested in having those trainings at your with your institution, do let us know. We will organize the trainings for you. So whatever data you have, you can type in the chat box. Have you used our repositories, or you planning to use our repositories? Sorry. We can provide whatever support is needed. We will provide you the support. And as of now, as you can see, that more than 800 participants have joined our training sessions, and we have conducted trainings for more than 760 organizations, and more than 100 workshops has been organized. And these are the locations of the organization that have participated in this trainings. And now, as a separate initiative, we have launched this webinar series, where every month, we will conduct one open webinar on different aspect, as starting from this webinar on Indian Biological Data Center and its services, where we provided an overview what we do. The next webinar is on specific data portals, starting from nucleotide data submissions to metabolome and the newer portals that we launched. So do participate in these trainings also. And then very recently, in a very important event for us, we have organized 17th Annual International Biocuration Conference with International Society for Biocuration and University of Delhi, RCB, under the guidance of Department of Biotechnology. And we have joined with about 218 attendees attended that conference from 16 countries. We have joined with the heads of ENA and NCBI and Global Biodata Coalition. So it's a very important event. And in that event, Honorable Minister of Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh, also graced the event, and he inaugurated several portals of IBDC, and also he inaugurated the ICE of CDAC, which is integrating computing environment, which is now implemented at IBDC. And 10 keynote lectures were there, 40 session talks and 13 flash talk, and 50 researchers presented their poster in that event. So continuing with this, we routinely organize visits by students and different programs. Students from recently we have visited by I3C BRIC PhD program candidates, and then we have visit by Dr. Anand Deshpande. We scientists from NIV also visited for they are setting up their data center, so they are inviting our consultation on that. Then this is the picture where you can see that Dr. Guy Cochrane or Dr. Eileen from NCBI. Dr. Cochrane is from GBC. They have visited our facility during the conference. And then we have Dr. Joel Sussman also. Dr. Samir Velankar also joined. So this is our team. Professor Arvind Sahu, who is the Executive Director of Regional Center for Biotechnology, Dr. Debashish Mohanty, the Director of NII, Dr. Dinesh Gupta, who is lead at International Center for Genetic Engineering and Biotechnology, Professor Deepak Nair, who is currently heading IBDC. And here is our team. I think some of us are missing in this, but we do acknowledge and thank Dr. Rajesh Gokhale, Dr. Renu Swarup, Professor Sudhanshu Vrati, Dr. Suchita Nenave, and Dr. Saurabh Raghuvanshi, who is our former lead, Dr. Richi Mahajan, Mr. Naveen Kumar, and Lucas for their continued support and guidance. And also my sincere thank to my team, without which the functioning of IBDC is not possible. So they are the workforce. And with this, I thank you all for patient listening, and you do type your Q&A. So I also want to share a little bit demo about how to find IBDC and navigate through the portal. You can scan this through for the website, and you can connect with us on LinkedIn and Twitter, and be the contributor towards the data sustainability and conservation to revolutionize the Indian biodata infrastructure. So now let me just so this is our the website of Indian Biological Data Center. As you can see, that about us takes you to the more information about the IBDC. You can see all of these sections for your information. At data portals, you will see a whole lot of portals that are functioning currently. In services, you will find HPC access portal, where you can request for the HPC access. And this is the link for the HPC resource. You can click in this register in that portal, and then after approval of your account, you can now raise your request for HPC and analysis and other services. Then here we have the workshop panel, and as I have already told you that we have routinely conduct different workshops on one-to-one basis or group-to-group basis or at organization level. And then we have this section on webinars, where you can go and check out the upcoming webinars. You will find all the information, whether this webinar is for you or not, what is the agenda, what will be the outcomes of the webinar. And these are the team members, IBDC team members. You can see these are our team members. And then we have different committees which are working on IBDC. We have past members section also, where they have contributed immensely towards the developing different functionalities and different aspects of IBDC. So anyhow, if you have any query, you can write to us at IBDC support, and uh, each and every portal you can click, and you can go to every portal and figure out the functionalities are clearly visible. You will be guided through the process how to submit. Anyhow, if you still feels that you are not clear, or you need help, do write to us. We will definitely help you in submitting your data and guiding you through the process. You will get the browse data also. For example, here at INDA portal, you go to the browse data and you will find different studies which are deposited here. You will see that some are highlighted, some are not. So all which are open access are highlighted. You can click, you will see the information, you will see the number of samples, runs, and all. You will see the schema also. So do check out, do play around different options that we have in different portals, so that you will get to know whichever what type of data you need to submit in what portal. So I think with this, I stop share my screen. With this, I thank all of you for joining us today, and we will definitely invite you to join our upcoming webinar and training sessions also. And do write us to support if you have any query, any support you needed from IBDC. We will happy to help you out. And with this, I thank Pawan and Sanjay, who dedicatedly answered all the questions, and IBDC team for all their support. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time. And I hope you will now have an overview about IBDC and in what way we can help you out in your research. So do contribute and do adopt the FAIR data principles in your research. And thank you for joining us today.